Here we go. Hello, this is Dave Young, and I have a special guest, David Sousa, Chairman, Selectman. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
It's good to have you here.
David, wow, you never call me David Sousa. It's usually Spanky, but well, that's different. Okay, no problems. It is It's my God-given name.
I know why you're called Spanky. That's cool. Yeah. So, anyway, I was watching the debates because this is taking place after, and from my gist, and I get it, and I think there's a lot of people out there that, debates aren't your strong suit, I would have to say.
No, they're not. I know they're not.
You're not a confrontational person.
No.
You're just a big teddy bear. So you don't like confrontation, and you don't like that, because that's what I'm getting from you.
Appreciate it. I don't talk the talk, I walk the walk. That's what I do. As you know, Dave, you know me for a while. All the events I've done in town, been doing it for 30 years. It's not about me, it's about the town of Stoughton. What really hurts me about this if you want to say recall, I call it hostile takeover, but not even that, election, what do you want to call it? It's breaking the town in two. This is a major concern of mine. Once December 5th comes out, we got to sit down to the certain people that constantly on Facebook, 20 of us, 30 of us, and out of town, no one knows, and that's it. No phones, no nothing. People need to talk, and what do they want from the board? What do they want? Like I said, they got a lot of great ideas. Mr. O'Regan has taken me out to dinner, and he's actually, said I need to come on their side. I ran, as you know, 4 years ago, not for their side. It's not a side. It is one side and one side of only. It's the town of Stoughton. We are one.
Yes.
That's what it's about. It's about the town of Stoughton doing what the majority of the people want. Do we make decisions that people don't like? Absolutely. It's
part of the job.
It's part of the job. If I knew what I knew today, like I said the other day, I wish my mom was still here.
Yep.
I would have not done this. But I love the town. My mom loved the town. My parents, my dad, we had a successful business here in town, the old Stoughton Diner, as you know. I started working at 8 years old. I didn't have the schooling. I wasn't, back then the nature of the beast was not to school. It was work hard and succeed. And that's what my father instilled into me, my parents instilled into me, is hard work pays off, and that's how I was brought up. If I knew what I knew today, I would definitely go to schooling. I wish I could be more polished, as they say, but I'm not polished. And this is who I am, and this is what you're going to get. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this is who I am, but I am who I am. And I've had people say, well, why don't you change your ways? Yeah, it's not who I am. I do wear a shirt and a tie now to certain events because people say we got to respect the title. And it's not disrespecting the title. It's just I don't feel comfortable as this. I don't drive my truck like this. I don't work outside like in a shirt and tie. So that's the only difference. It doesn't bother me dressing up, but it's not who I am.
Yep, I know.
Biggest thing is how I got to unite this town again. That's my hardest.
The town needs to be united. I
Yes,
feel
we
it's
do.
being divided.
It's being destroyed. It's not being divided. It's being destroyed.
Well,
and
yes, it creates a dysfunction of the town, and that gives us that little moniker, Clown Town.
Yes, and there's no need. We got a great town. We're close to everything. We got great people here, impeccable employees. We got a lot of great things in this town.
Yeah, because I had Bob and Peter on, and they talked about all the things that are taking place in this town. Things are moving. Things are changing.
Things are moving, and they are changing, yes. People don't like change. No one likes change.
No.
Certain people are used to their own ways. I'm kind of the old-fashioned way, you know. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
Those are the ways I was brought up. I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm not here to bash anyone. I just want to move this town to the right direction. I had a resident the other day had some issues with motorcycles, dirt bikes around Chemung School, the main water house there.
Yep.
Pump station down on Central Street, Bird Street Conservation and all that. She said she's reached out to the town for the past several years and nothing has ever been done. One day she reached out to me. I asked her concerns. I told her to go see certain department heads she needed to see. She was kind of hesitant to go see these people. She didn't understand. She said, I've been there before. They wouldn't talk. I said, I could meet her there. I met the resident there. And a couple other residents wanted to make it, but they couldn't make it. And it talked.
Yep.
And some of the people, like, you know, they're afraid because, you know, you're the chairman of the board, you're a selectman. And this is what, I guess, is my size. As you know, Dave, my size is my size. I don't know how to be small. I wish I could be. I come out of my mother at 200 pounds, God rest her soul.
What's great is you cast a big shadow, so if you're looking for some shade, just
Have
get
me?
behind
Oh,
you.
well, I appreciate that.
You know?
But like, and I'm going to keep telling the people, and I keep telling the people, it's not my title. It's not, you know, your state senators, your state reps. This goes from small towns to cities, to states throughout the country, up to the White House. People have forgotten what representing the public is. We represent the people. The people are their voice. You go with the majority of the people, and they're going to twist things around. And this is the part I don't like, when they twist things around. You should not twist things around. Like I said,
And it is being, from what I've seen, is everything regarding the recall is twisted.
and
that I just don't like, because it's like a bunch of children who can't get along in a schoolyard, and you don't need that in this town.
no, we don't.
You know,
Like I said, we got a great town. Like I says, there should be no both sides. They got a lot of great ideas, and I've told that to Mr. O'Regan in the past.
Yeah.
They got a lot of great ideas, but you got to meet in the middle, and it's not
Exactly.
It's not always our idea, our idea, our idea, our idea. Hey, I understand all that, you know.
Yes, it's called, you got to compromise.
And I don't mind compromising. Like it says, I am not a tree hugger, and I don't want people to get offended. But if you want me to save things and you want conservation, hey, I will support you. I'm okay with all this, and that's what I don't think the people realize. But I'm asking you, don't change who I am. You know what I mean? It's you got to do what we want. No, we don't have to do what you. Why can't everybody have their own things? If that's the case, everybody's gonna have a White House with the blue picket fence or something, or drive all trucks or this and that. I mean, that's why there's all different kind of car manufacturers, different styles. This is what I don't understand. Why can't we just be ourselves? Can you agree to disagree? Absolutely, but work with us. It's always it's always a negativity, and there should be a negativity. I'm not.
No, the negativity is not good when you have to resolve an issue, and someone just doesn't want to compromise in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm really not. I'm not a bad guy. I mean,
no, you're
am I
not.
loud? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm loud. That's who I am. You can't change who I am.
Right.
But I will help anybody. And I've had some people on Facebook saying, "Well, I don't support you, and I'm not going to support you, and I want you out of the position. So how can I actually support these people that you don't want me to support you?" And that's what bothers me.
Right.
Listen, I'm here to help everybody. I've
Yes.
lost a lot of money.
Sleep.
I lost a lot of sleep. I lost a lot of money and overtime and everything else.
Yep.
We go to a lot of charitable events. We try to do a lot of things in town. I mean,
Yes.
this is a full-time job. This is 40 to 75 hours a week, and some weeks even longer.
You were there at Veterans Day.
I used to go to Veterans Day even before I was a selectman. Veterans Memorial Day is a big thing.
Yes. And then you have the 4th of July, you got all our parades, all our events around here.
I'll be honest with you, I've started going back to the 4th of July since being a selectman. I stopped going to the parade, not because I did not like the parade, and the fireworks. My parents have a house down right in Hull, right on the water. We used to do bonfires and fireworks there. I'd sleep over.
Nice.
My mom used to pamper me. My wife would get mad because I'd get like breakfast in bed. It was a great thing. And then the grandkids came along, and then I was no longer pampered anymore. So I took the fun out of it. But
Good.
that's where
Poor
we
guy.
went. Yeah, no, it is what it is, but it was great. Like I said, it's right on the water.
Nice.
I still go down there on the 4th and all that after we do the parade. It's just, it's not the same without my mom, as anybody knows who lost a loved one.
Yes.
It's either father, mother, anything, brother, sister, or any loved one. It's very tough to be there, not seeing her there, and that's the weird stuff. But,
Well, you don't see her, but she is
no,
there.
she is there, and I know she's watching me. I do
Oh,
know
yes.
that. And she's, helping me go through all this, like I said. But we're getting slandered on Facebook and everything else. And
Because
I'm a big boy. And
I've followed this whole mess. 'Cause I was there at that first meeting with the town manager. Okay.
Yep.
I was there. I was in the front row. So if you look at the video, I'm in the front row. When there was claims about your lack of transparency, and they always mention that meeting. Well, behind me was a lot of heckling and a lot of disruption going on in the meeting. So you're trying to conduct business, and you cannot conduct business if there's disruptive behavior happening in the background. You're trying to be nice to get these people to quiet down, and they're not. And all I'm hearing is laughing, heckling, and childish behavior and screaming recall. And they were screaming that before you even made a decision regarding the town manager. So it was already in place.
Well, thank you for noticing that. And yes, it was. But as our First Amendment right, we do have freedom of speech, but we do have business to run. We do
Right.
have...
And you were not
conduct.
disruptive. The crowd was disruptive. And I felt bad for the selectmen and other people who were watching and trying to hear what was taking place when it's being disrupted. I didn't like that at all.
I appreciate that, and that's what... and they don't, as you notice, they don't put that all over social media or anything else, but I'm glad you noticed it, and I hope the people at home notice that. Like I said, we make this... It's tough. Like I said, and I'm going to keep beating a dead horse. They say procedures. What we are following the procedures.
Yes, and the judge says yes.
Well, I guess there was I think there was a thing in the Enterprise today. Someone called me, left me a message this morning to see the Enterprise because somehow they reached out to Michael Hartman. He says, this is not over. How funny they reached out to Michael Hartman now, and he actually responded to a newspaper reporter or any type of reporter. Mr. Hartman would never talk to any reporter, none whatsoever. He wouldn't talk to anybody. He wouldn't talk to employees.
He wouldn't even talk to me.
Maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know there, David. No, all joking aside.
But yeah,
I mean,
it was an issue. There was a problem going on. We had lawyers, and he was
my
hiding.
biggest thing is they told us to wait to let his contract run out. A certain group of people came up. People must have saw that. We gave you your wish. We waited till his contract ran out.
Yep.
Plain, simple, and easy. In the real world, contract runs out. Thank you very much. People said we should have gave him a cake. We should have done this. We should have done that. We should have done that.
He wasn't here to get the cake.
He wasn't here to get the cake. False allegations. Dick Hill said the other day on the debate that he was on FMLA. That is not true. He was not on FMLA. He was on vacation. He said he was going on vacation. He went every year on the vacation. He was supposed to notify me that he goes on vacation, which he never did. He used to do what he wanted to do. He did everything in his power to undermine the board, to make us look like
Yes,
imbeciles,
even
idiots.
in previous meetings that I've seen all the selectmen wondering where's this information? It's on the agenda. Where is it? Yeah. None of you got it.
No, it's not true. So I think some got it, but certain people who are entitled to get certain things.
The town manager said that he sent it out in an email. And I'm like, if you sent it out, I mean, come on. One person maybe, but when you're sitting there with 3, maybe 4 people not getting it.
Well, I don't know if you remember the thing with Mr. Pickett, the interview I did with Mr. Pickett. Your president here of SMAC, Mr. John Stagnone, had an email that came from town council to the town manager that no one has seen yet, but he had it and he wanted to read it to me. Once again, how does, and I said Mr. Stagnone was a former selectman, I understand
Yes.
that, but how do any member of the board, current board of selectmen, sitting on the board did not see that before him, and how did the outside people see this? And then as soon as you bring that up, oh, these are not true, these are not true. It was on TV. He even said, he said it. I asked him, I said, where did you get this from? And he admitted to it. So, like I said, it's why they don't like me. I'm starting to figure out. They can't break me. I'm sorry, you
Well,
can't break me.
yes.
I ran 4 years ago, and I won. I asked people to believe in me. I didn't think I was going to be good. I'll tell you, I keep telling everybody, I thought I was going to be thrown out the first year. I had no clue what I'm doing,
Yep.
and I admit to it, I didn't have no clue what I'm doing. We still perfect now? No, there's still a lot more to learn, but there's no course becoming a selectman.
Right.
They tell you professionalism, degrees. What degrees you got? I have hands-on experience. Bill Belichick never played football. Bill Belichick is one of the best, or not the best, coach in history.
Well,
But
you know,
so, I mean, how do you...
education and degrees don't necessarily mean success.
No, correct. That is true. That is true.
I mean, you look at it, there's a lot of great people that have created.
Steve Jobs.
Right.
Steve Jobs. There's a lot of people. Ray
So,
Kroc, Owen McDonald. He
Even
bought
though you
him.
have education doesn't mean you're smart.
No, education helps. Don't get me wrong. It teaches you how to speak correctly and properly and posture. I mean, I understand all this, and I don't have that. And but I told people that 4 years ago. This is what you're going to get. Do they not like it? I don't know. I'm sorry. You know.
It's hard.
It is hard. We get bashed constantly, and there's no need to bash. It's a
town.
Yeah, politics are politics, and that's what it comes down
You
to.
talk to the people, you meet them on the street, you listen to what they have to say, and you bring it up to the department heads, and we're getting concerns about this. Okay, they're now made aware of it.
That's all it is. We're just here to, and that's constantly saying that. And I guess if this recall goes through, right now, if you ask the employees to come speak on TV or talk to the newspaper reporters, they're in fear. They will not come speak.
That shouldn't be.
There's rumblings around town. I don't know if they're true. It's just hearsay. So I got to say allegedly in my opinion, because they're going to turn this around again, that there's certain employees that they've been in contact with Mr. Hartman. And he says as soon as this recall goes through, he's coming back. He's been told by certain people that he's coming back. I cannot make that, confirm that. I cannot confirm who the employees are. It's just rumors and hearsay. I've been saying that from day one, that they will bring him back. The morale in this town has changed tremendously. Our employees are happy again. People go into town hall, they can get answers done. My phone went from 40, 50 phone calls a week to maybe one a week in kind of questions that really don't even need to come anymore. Stephen Estes has turned this town around. Plain, simple, and easy. People don't like him because maybe they can't control him either. But I had people tell me straight out, I went up to the town hall the other day and I saw the town manager and he actually talked to me. That's what it's about. He is in town. People see him in town. That's what it should be.
Right.
They see us around town. That's what it should be.
He has a stake in
He has a
the
huge
town.
stake in town. He has a huge stake
And that
in
was
town.
brought up in one of the meetings, was the fact that the contract was the town manager lived out of town.
Well, if you read the charter says you have to live in the town. They broke the charter twice. And that's, they say I'm not following protocol.
Yeah.
Or I'm not following. Well, the charter says you need to live in town. They broke it twice. In the contract, they said 4 to fire, 3 to hire. We didn't fire him. We did not renew his contract. The contract
Expired. That's
expired.
it.
In the real world, and same thing, this is the real world, the contract expired. Thank you very much. You're on your way.
Right.
Was he doing certain things for certain people? Maybe he was. Things are starting to come out now, and if we bring other things out, they're going to say it's political mumbo jumbo, and they're going to twist and turn. I've been here from 4 years, Dave. I told you 4 years ago, and I'm getting more comfortable at these shows and everything else, but you're going to hear the truth, and the truth hurts.
Yes, and I've talked to people at the town hall, and they were afraid when Hartman was the manager. They were afraid. I saw things up there that changes in movement and personnel that
Also, Dave, you were,
Wasn't good.
no disrespect, but you have easier access to the town hall because of SMAC and the room upstairs and everything else. So you see how the people interact, and I think it's both sides of the town. I think it's down at it's at the school and everything else. You should not live in fear of your job, and that's my biggest.
I don't like that.
That's my biggest upset. There was employees that were terrified and ran from us, and now they come up and joke and laugh, and they're like, "Oh my God, you are human." I'm like, "What were you told about us? You don't want to know." And it's sad that
It is.
we were portrayed as animals, beasts.
No.
I'm sorry that happened, and like I says, I'm loud, and it's just the same people over. Listen, it's if this, I pray to God that this recall doesn't go through. The three of us still remain in here, so then we can bring the employees in here and ask the employees what they think, because there's certain employees that certain selectmen and said come out.
Right.
They come out and they said they would send us emails and demand us to do something, and Mr. Hartman would back these certain selectmen with no problems. But yet, when we'd go ask a question for a resident, we can't talk to you because
Right.
you're just a selectman, you're a nobody. We're not asking this stuff for our own personal interest. It is for our residents. Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
The other day with the person with what's the laws and the watershed banding and for the ATVs and motorcycles going where the watersheds are. What is the area that they cannot go into the watershed area because oil and gas in our drinking water? I don't know that. I'm not conservation. I'm not none of this. I went to go explain to you, this is what you need to do. So
Yeah.
but once you do this, you're interfering with our town government. You're trying to be a boss. No, we're hired for the people. And if this is the case, that if I cannot go answer a question for a resident, or not just me, anyone, and now, like I said, the other side saying we can't go talk, but as you saw in the debate, the other side I go and talk to the residents. But it's okay for them to do it, but it's not okay for us to do it. I'm going to say plain and simple, if we cannot talk to our residents, who are, if you look at the charter, it says residents first, our employees and our businesses, why are we selectmen? Why do we need selectmen? Just hire a manager, put them in every 2 years, and if you don't like them, recall them, do the same thing. There should be no town council. I mean, not town council, there should be no city council, like as a mayor type of thing, or no selectmen, no town meeting. Just hire a mayor, let him make decisions. If you don't like them, then get rid of them. Because why are we here? Why do we have selectmen then? Why do we have state reps? Why do we have senators? Why do we have congressmen? Why do we have these people?
They're supposed to represent the people.
Well, that's what it is. So, and they don't want that. And I don't understand what this country's becoming. I don't understand.
Maybe they feel they know better than we do.
I can't answer that question.
I
really
mean,
can't
there's
answer that
there's a lot of things that go in this town that I'm very leery of. There's the library. I was very concerned when I heard something about $500,000 being suddenly coming up in front.
Well, if you know about that library, I've done 2 plays for the library, and I'm going to beat this a dead horse again. I've got 2 Oscars.
Congratulations
And
on
a
your
star in
award.
Hollywood Hall of Fame because of my
Atta
plays.
boy.
I was never against the library, as you know. There were certain members of there's a member of the board who was against the library, and Dick Hill the other day said he was against the library. He wanted to bring it back up to town meeting. I never wanted to bring the library up to town meeting. I wanted the librarian or somebody who's in charge, most likely they say the librarian because it's her building, to explain to the people that there was a $500,000 mistake. We knew about the $500,000 mistake, but if I brought it out, I am against the library. I am not against the library. If I was against the library, I wouldn't have done those plays. I love the picture outside of the new building. We saw the things. I've taken some walks through the library. It's a beautiful building, and this is a great thing. It is a great thing for this town. It really is.
As long as it benefits the
It is.
people
It's going to
of the
benefit the town. And like I said, they do a lot of things to help people get their American citizenship. The library does a lot of great things. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. But when I have a $14 million building, first of all, it's smaller than the original design because it took 10 years to get through. That's one problem. That's just one problem. But okay, they fixed the problem. Now you got a $14 million, $500,000 mistake on a parking lot that we're trying to fix now. And I think we found a way that it's not going to cost the taxpayers. And so we're trying to figure out things. working out some deals to make that happen. So, but how do I tell the residents, hey, here's $500,000 mistake? We're human, we make mistakes.
Yes.
We do. But how can I open a brand new building, not just us, the town itself. Let me say the
Yeah.
town, so it ain't me. How do we open a brand new building as the town of Stoughton and have a lousy parking lot? It won't look right.
I know.
It's not gonna look right. You know?
No. So, yes.
So I'm trying to bring that up, but yet two people, one who's running for the board now, and one who's sitting on the board, personally said they were against the library. I have never said I was against the library. I think it's a great thing. My kids use it. Great people there.
It's great for the seniors.
It is. So why do they keep twisting these things? This is what bothers me.
Okay.
The
So
school.
now we know you're for the library.
The school.
The school.
I was the first one to do a tape. Mr. Vaughn Anokian took me down, and the center we were running for election again, and he said, "Will you please, I know you support the school, you kids." I said, "My daughter will be the first from the old school. She's making history. In the class of 2020, they're going to be in the old school, and they're going into the new school. That's history. They were the first class of 2020 that went from the old school to a new beginning in the town of Stoughton. These kids should be honored. That's
Right.
a privilege. I mean, they are part of history, and that will never be taken away from them. This is a great honor.
And my concern was all about the financing and the burden on the taxpayers. That was what made me very critical of it, was the fact that we have a history of mismanagement with 2 projects. And I was concerned that with something this large, that we could have a,
Same problem as you're talking probably about Station 2 and then the police station, are 2 of those
Yeah.
issues you're talking about. Yes, I think Consigli and all these guys have come in, DRA. We've hired, like I said, I think the town have stepped away or got away from those problems. We've brought in some real hardcore, not in-house, not saying our employees, but these deals before were done from people who had clout in town, as you know, and I know. Some of the people who just moved to town, they don't know that, but it was more who you knew in town. That's how things got done. I think we've gone away from that to move this, and this new team we have, and it's going to happen. It's unbelievable. I got paperwork the other day, and it's actually in minutes. I actually should have brought them. I didn't even think about bringing them. Okay. I think it's going to cost, and right now when they're ahead of schedule and right on, they're actually looking at like $98 million. They don't think it's going to go over $98 million. So we're saving around $25 million right there alone.
yeah.
So-
My only concern is, okay, if it's coming in at this and we're borrowing so much,
Well, I think it works.
are the taxpayers going to be
I don't.
still paying for the 128, or?
I don't.
I know that's not your decision to make.
No, I don't know
That's
how
one of-
the numbers really work that good. I'm not a numbers guy,
Right.
but I don't think we're not actually taking the money out. We've only taken so much out because we're
Right.
going to take so much at a whack. Like we're taking so much now and another. I think I'm not positive of that, so please don't quote me on that.
No, I wouldn't.
But
no,
no,
I'm just telling you that as,
right now
as a
there's
taxpayer,
no,
I'd like to see
there'll be
that it.
when it's all said and done, there's a $6.5 million savings
That's good.
to the town. We don't actually get it back, but it's actual 6.5 savings on the taxpayer.
Well, that just shows that things are going right.
Correct.
And when I don't have to go back and rebuild it. So that's
Yeah,
good.
so no, like I said, it's going to be a beautiful building.
Nice.
It's state of the art. We're going to have the #1 school in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and that's a huge success. I can't wait to see it open. I've had some people saying, it's kind of stinks because why should we, a new era, and some people have said, that's not my school. It doesn't matter, like I said, that the new school was not my school. I graduated.
Yeah.
You didn't, but I graduated from Stoughton High School. That is my school. But you know what? This new school is our school too. It's my school because you know what? It's still Stoughton High School.
Well,
It's just a
for the
brand new
kids.
building. Yeah.
It's about time.
But like I said, when I saw this extra money, I was saying, wow, could we build a field house? Could we put a hockey rink in? Could we put a pool? I was always, I
Dream
wanted.
big, baby.
Oh, I did dream big. And that's what I think they questioned me on is I wanted a field house. I went up to Taunton one day and I saw their field house. I thought it was, wow, I love Stoughton to have a field house. So the band can practice in on, the cold winter days and Saturdays and all that. You could actually practice in the middle. They could do running and everything else.
No harm in asking.
No, I'd love to see a hockey rink. I
There's a
really
lot
would.
of things we'd love
Of course
to
I
have,
would,
but it costs money.
And I understand that. But I've always said, and I know people probably don't want to hear this, especially the seniors and everything else, but if this school cost us $200 million, $300 million, so be it. But I wanted an auditorium that could fit the whole entire student body. Freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. Is that crazy? Oh yeah, it is crazy. Because what do they use the auditorium? 2 or 3 times a year, maybe?
Yeah.
But, you know, and I mean, class-wise, not, you know, other people use it, but, you know, but you could turn around and rent it to plays and things, and somehow if you could lock it off, if you could lock it off to, like at nights do, like the plays for the library, things for Stone Little Theater, fundraisers for the food pantry and all that. If you could block it off and bring in liquor to put more money into the school, but you know, once the liquor is done for that night, the liquor has to be taken off property.
Yeah.
I know places do that. So
Yeah, it should to be looked at to see if there's there's a
but
way to
make more income for the town, for us to so the more we make,
schools, the town,
yeah,
for
but
the
the more we make
betterment of the whole community.
yeah,
Yes.
and that would be a great thing. So because I wanted the bigger auditorium and this and that, and if I couldn't get that, was I really for the project? I was still for the project, but I'm like, why can't we? It always seems like we settle for second best. That's the part I don't understand. I don't want to be part of second best.
Yes.
That's what bothers me the most. I don't want to be part of second best. I'm sorry that I don't want to be part of second best, but I think that's who we all are. I don't think anybody in this town wants to be second best. We want the best of the best, and
well, you're also looking at the best that you can afford as well, because you don't want
absolutely. Don't get me wrong there, but you know, you do want the best of the best. So that's the and like I said, who in their right mind doesn't want the best of the best? That's what it's coming down to.
Okay, let's go to train station.
The good old train station.
Yeah, I've looked at it, and yeah, I'm on the fence because what it represents is very important to the town, but the problem is I've seen it, and it needs a little bit of work, and that's my fear, is that we're buying a pig in a poke.
Well, as you know, social media is wonderful. Dwight McGeckran, Historical Society there in Forest Lindenwall, love to bash me on social media. Dave, you, and I hate to say so with disrespect, but your better half has been to my house several times. You see I have a lot of granite.
You're a rock hugger.
I am. I do love
Yes,
granite.
I went to your house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love granite. I love concrete. My wife wants to kill me for that. I have a lot of granite in my house. I would love to turn that train station into my house. I mean, that's an awesome building. They're saying I'm against the building. I'm not against the building. I shared, we through the town manager, when actually Hartman was here and all that, we got permission to go in with the MBTA and their lawyers and everything else to see what's going on in that building. I took pictures. I put those pictures on Facebook to show the people, hey, this thing needs some serious work.
Yes, it does.
It needs some serious work. I'm not against buying it. I know town meeting wants to buy it. Okay, I have no problems. You want to spend $175? I think it's probably appropriated at $250,000 to buy it. Okay, I think we can get it for about $175,000. Okay, you want to buy it? We'll buy it. I have no problems of buying it. My question is, and it's for the taxpayers, once we buy it, what are we going to put there? To bring it up to par and all these, you know, handicap codes and everything else, and as you put the name historical on it, it becomes triple the money. And they're telling me it's not true, and I'm lying to the people. Everybody knows you put historical on it, it's double or triple the money constantly. We just did windows at the Lucius Clapp building, $440,000 for windows only. The town hall is $700 and something thousand for windows. The outside window trims for windows. What's it going to cost?
I'm in the wrong business. That's
it is.
for sure.
What is it going to cost us for this train station? So I asked, and I guess I got ridiculed for it. I'm going to get ridiculed, but I'm going to get ridiculed for this again. If we're going to buy it, I will buy it. I have no problem signing the papers tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll buy it. But how do I tell the taxpayers now? We get it. We buy it. We do a study to get this fixed. Where am I going to tell the people? And they're telling me I'm making up these numbers.
Yeah.
I'm saying $5 million, and I think I'm lowballing it. That's my personal opinion. And they're going to say, who are you to judge? Listen, you see what these buildings cost. This building needs a lot of work. You got to go handicap. You got to go sprinklers.
Nothing's cheap.
No, of course it's not. Especially, like I said, what I'd love to see, and I've even told people, I'd love to see the outside, I call it like the little drive-through area.
Yep.
Turn that into like a glass atrium for a restaurant in the wintertime. through the outbacks as trains coming in. The outside, maybe put sidewalk dining in the spring, in the fall, like they do in the city. They get those big torches, the heated torches, the heaters. And
Yeah, but it all costs money. And
It does.
That's the issue is
But how do I?
you got to pay to have somebody come down and look at it.
No,
give you
and I understand.
realistic.
But I asked it to go back to the residents to say, okay, what do you want us to do with it? I'm not asking you to go to town meeting. We'll buy it, but Dick Hill said, oh, it's okay if I go back to the town meeting to talk about the library. But because I made a statement with the train station, all this, and the library, I'm against this. I'm not against these things. We have a responsibility to our taxpayers. Why did they put us in? I have my family.
You represent the taxpayers, the people of the town.
Yeah.
That's why you got elected.
And people tell us, oh, well, you raise taxes. I understand we got to raise taxes. You think I enjoy raising taxes? Because guess what? I got to go to my better half, and you got to go to your better half. And when you raise taxes, guess what? I get it firsthand.
Yeah.
Yeah, she controls the money, and that, like I said, I've been with her going to be almost 31 years. She's the boss. I know she's the boss. What am I going to do? I tell everybody I'm the boss, and I wear the pants, and I have her permission to say so. But she's in general, every husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, how you look at it, partner, however you want to look at it, someone controls the money.
It's a dictatorship.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how do you think I feel when I have to say, oh, I got to raise this? And, we got new police and fire.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I'll talk on after that. But we got to pay for this. I know we got to pay for this, but we need to protect
The town.
our town.
Yep.
We need to protect our most prized possession.
And that costs money, and as long as it's managed, that the impact isn't that large, then
Yeah.
people don't mind.
If you don't mind, we can talk about the fire department right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
We put on 4 firefighters the last few years, and through the help of the Chief Michael Larissy, great. I think that's the only thing that I think, in my personal opinion, was Michael Hartman did was bring in Chief Larissy. I think he's changed the town dramatically. He's got a lot of grants, equipment grants, engines and everything. Great. He's unbelievable. He's done unbelievable for this town with the new engine and everything else. The guys like him. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
Dick Hill's come in on, he says, if you watched his debates, I was on FinCon for 9 years, 4 as vice chair and 4 as chairman. He was the first man under his watch to break the town $100 million. He broke the $100 million mark under his watch. He broke the $100 million mark. And it has to go because the town is moving forward. Things cost more money. I understand that.
Yep.
But 21 years ago now, maybe going on 22 years ago, not perfectly on the dates, there was a fire across from the police station. A firefighter lost his life, Mr. Victor Melendi. I knew of Victor. I didn't know him personally. Over the years, I got to be friends with his wife, his kids. Victor signed up worked for a dangerous job, and not any man or woman, police and fire, even DPW can get hit in the back of the trash or anything else. They sign up for a job knowing that when they leave in the morning, they kiss their loved ones goodbye, and they don't know if they're going to come home.
Right.
And that's a big sacrifice just alone to do something like that. And I consider that too also to our men and women in our military. They give us the freedom to do what we do. I consider the police and fire the same thing. They are here to protect us. Mr. Melendi was told there were people on the 3rd floor. And not just him, there was a few other firefighters too, my understanding. I mean, I was not there. But they were told, and firefighters are told, there was people on the 3rd floor. They didn't think twice. He did not think twice. Oh, they should say any fire. They don't think twice. They don't hesitate. They don't take a step back. And that building, looking up at that building's roaring. Yeah, should we go in or not? No, they do not think twice. They go. He gave the ultimate sacrifice. He gave his life.
Yeah.
Was it tragic? Absolutely. Miss Melendi, she lost a husband, a father, a friend, brothers and sisters. The kids lost a dad. I mean, how do you come back from that? That's devastating. To this day, I'm just thinking about that. As a parent right now, I mean, if I lost my kid, I couldn't do it. I know some friends, actually good friends of mine, and my family inside of Connecticut have lost a loved one, a child. I couldn't. If I lost my child right now, I don't think I could actually go
devastating.
on. It is devastating. So, and that's how I look at that. But this guy gave the ultimate sacrifice with no hesitation. So kudos to all the police, fire, and military who
Yes.
give us the freedom to, without hesitation. I don't know if I could do that. I really don't know. That's something. But they did a study maybe 20 years ago now, maybe 21 years ago, $25,000, $30,000. I'm not really sure the money again, so I'll get ridiculed on this one, but I would say maybe about $25,000. They did a study back then that we were short-manned back then. We should have been 17 men back then. We run a minimum of 9. 9 is not safe. We're now running 11 with overtime. With this time next year, Labor Day, we'll have 12 new firefighters, men, female, doesn't matter. We're having 12 new firefighters, that's how I look at it. To bring our staffing up to 14. We're still not at proper manning yet, but we've come a long way. For 20 years.
Yep. I've talked with both chiefs years ago, and both of them made the same comment that we are understaffed.
So, as you see, so we're on the staff. We're putting the town
At risk.
not a huge risk. It's, like I said, most people, adults, know the smarts to get out. Some people don't have smoke detectors, so there's a lot of things. So, but we don't have enough manpower. I think it was the chief's 4th day on the job. I was getting up to go to work. I got a phone call saying there's a fire right behind the car wash between the Dunkin' Donuts and the old Phillips Screw parking lot there, where Harbor One, I guess, is going, and the back entrance to the DPW. There was a fire there. I got there, the fire was out. I went there before anybody showed up. There was 3 men to a truck. One man runs the pump and the hose. 2 guys go in. One guy holds the hose, and there's another person is looking for people in the house. So we put 3 men into jeopardy. There should be 4 men to a truck at all times. I hate to say it, it really does. You have to go, and then you got to get 4 people there at once, and then as soon as that call comes through, you need another trucks to be on board right away. This is not happening. So this is the part that I don't understand. We finally got it. It says it's taken 22 years. How are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? Businesses are coming in, and things are going to come in, but we got to tighten our belts a little bit on both sides. I hate to say it, on both sides, but our prized possession are our children. If something happens, God forbid, in one of these schools,
and 3 guys show up.
And 3 guys show up until they get, but it's scary.
It's not going to look good.
Our police right now, I still think we're down 12 more police officers to be up to par. Is it expensive? Yes, it is.
That requires you to talk to the police,
yes,
the lieutenants, the sergeants, everybody, because you need to get a feel for how they.
Correct. We need more.
they are.
We need more detectives in this town because of the drugs and everything. There's a lot of things we need. And does it cost a lot of money? Yeah. It's you're talking millions. And we understand that. It is millions.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have, and I hate to say it, and it's tough, but you spend the millions, but when you're seeing these people pulling people over, and you're taking the drugs out of our town, and you're taking the weapons out of our town, if you're a criminal, I can say criminal because I shouldn't say another word because I'll get probably bashed again. If you're a criminal, you're going to think twice to come to the town of Stoughton.
Exactly.
You're going to think twice to come to the town of Stoughton.
And you're not going to be running drugs out of this town.
Yes.
And you're not going to want to be in this town.
So these people have talking, they were so public safety. Dick Hill sat on the finance committee for 9 years. They were always cutting cruises. They were cutting this. They were cutting this. You were putting the town people at risk.
Well,
Are we spending money? Yeah. Do people hate us? Absolutely. But our number one priority is the safety.
That's when I talked to
this town.
Shastany, and he said that we should be at an amazing level of like 76.
Yeah, it's a high number. It is a high number.
And-
It is definitely a high number. It is definitely a high number.
But, I listened to him, and we are at risk. He was saying we are at risk.
We are at risk. But Shasty was a great asset to this town. I will not deny that.
Right.
But I'll say it again. Behind a great man, there's a better woman.
We know.
Yeah.
The dictator. No.
Donna McNamara
Yeah.
will take this police department to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
But she needs the manpower.
Yep,
and the resources
to do it.
to make it happen.
Yes. She runs the department.
Yes, she does.
She's the one that makes the
We,
decisions.
being in the position as a selectman, we do see things that the public can't see. We see the busts they do before they go into lockup and evidence. When Shasty was here, AK-47s, shot-off shotguns, drugs,
Yes.
cash, like there's no
You know,
tomorrow.
there's a lot of things that they really don't want the public to know because that can create problems with the public.
And you know what? I don't think the public should know. I tell you right now, I rode around with a superior officer probably 4 years ago before getting on. I don't know if I was on the board yet or going on the board. I was doing something, getting ready for July 3rd fireworks. We brought in a bunch of light plants because we had wrestling and everything else. The superior officer, and I'm not going to mention any names, so there's no conflict of interest in anybody here. If I could put light plants at all different intersections as soon as wrestling was over before the fireworks went off, so we could keep everybody crossing safely. I says, no problems. This was a couple weeks prior to the fireworks. I don't remember if it was a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't really remember the date. He was driving around showing me where to put the light plants and where do you think since he goes, you put light plants all the time on the roads, where you think would be better, this and that. I'm like, you definitely want them off the road. You want them on town property if we can put them on so no one hits them or anything else. Explain the situation, and he got a call. The superior officer reached back, pulled out his vest, threw his vest on, and pulled out I don't know if it was a shotgun or gun. It was a big gun. It wasn't a handgun. It was a big gun. He pulled it out. He goes, I got to drop you off at home quick because there's something going on. I said, pull over right here, right now. I will get a ride. Just leave me to the side of the road and go. Didn't really ask what was going on. Didn't want to go on. I guess it was something not happening. When you see an extra vest being pulled over to the regular vest you have, and you're pulling a bigger gun, not a handgun, there's some issues going on. Leave me to the side of the road. You go protect this town. That's what your job is to do.
I thought you were going to say he pulled out an extra small one.
No.
You're trying to put on a teeny.
No, I need a big vest for me. No, but
We don't have your size.
yeah, no, they don't have my size. Probably not. But it's
Yes.
these people, once again,
Yes.
men and women, police and fire and DPW, they don't hesitate. They run
Right.
to the danger
And then they.
while everybody's running away. So
The other issue is that you also have people that are escaping one town coming into this town to make it to the other town. Because we have a lot of instances where you got arrests and it's people from out of town because they're cutting through.
correct, because we're close to all the highways. I says we're close to Providence, we're close to Worcester, we're close to Boston.
You get the calls from the neighboring communities to
Absolutely.
look out for this vehicle and that and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. We definitely need more manpower. The issue with the old Goddard Hospital treatment center, we do need treatment centers. People need help. I understand that. These Judge Rothenberg centers, a lot of them are from New York. A lot of the in other parts of the country, not from Massachusetts, coming in disturbances. So when these disturbances come through, we have to send our manpower to these calls. And you can't send one or two people to a call, especially the Goddard Hospital.
I've mentioned it to you, and I see 3 cruisers go by, and then I see an ambulance, and I see a fire truck, and it's all.
You see it a lot because you're right there. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
And I bang on to let the boss know, and she turns on the scanner, and it's like that's a lot of manpower.
You bring a lot of manpower to get up. First of all, just when you get all the manpower that gets there, and once the manpower gets there, they have to get up to a secured floor. So people have to meet them to bring them up to a secure floor. And once you're on that secured floor, you can't get up there. It's locked. You need codes to get out. I've been up there. I've taken a tour of the facility. That's why I wanted to bring it up. And the facility has not reached out to us yet, the president or the vice president, to explain what's going on up there.
Right, and that's all a concern for the citizens. And
it is, absolutely. That's my number one concern is my citizens.
Yeah, and what do
and
they
I can't,
do?
They say you can't force them because it's a hospital, so it's treatment.
Right.
I can't force them, but
Right.
do we
And is that your fault, and you scream at the selectmen? It's not their fault.
No, it's not our fault, but my job is to protect the town.
And
So
that's to get involved and try to figure out what's going on.
Do we make these facilities, or how can we make these facilities hire their own private security?
Right,
You need private security there because it's a locked down facility.
right.
But when you dial 911, we need to go. no matter what.
Yes.
I remember my daughter was little one day. She played with the phone. So I'm like, did you touch the phone? She was maybe 2 or 3 years old. I playing. I hung the phone up. Pick up the phone again. I'm like, and the phone rang back. I'm like, hello, Stoughton Police. I'm like, Stoughton Police. I'm like, what's up? Somebody must say so many numbers, and it automatically goes to 911. Did you guys call 911? I says, nope. My daughter was playing on the phone. I'm sorry. Okay. 2 minutes later, I hear a knock on my door. Hi, Stoughton Police. I'm like, what can I do for you? Is it okay if we come in and check? Okay, what? I says, you guys got the 911 call. He says, yeah, my daughter did it. Like, can we see your daughter and all that? Like, everything okay? Like, it was my little daughter. She was 3 years old at the time, and it happened. So they still come out. So it's
Yes. Yep.
it was great seeing that. Like I said, this was several years ago. So it's great seeing what our police and fire do. We got great employees here. We really do, and
And we want to keep them all
and we
happy.
do.
The town hall, Department of Public Works, police, fire, everybody.
This
we
town
want them
is
to be
moving.
happy.
This town is moving forward, and they don't like the way maybe it's moving forward because we're not doing all what they want. And like I says, let's work together to make this happen. You know,
Right.
It's got to happen.
Well, let me. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good point. All right.
I'm sorry.
No. I just found this stuff kind of funny was the fact that I saw you in the paper regarding the Attorney General and all that BS that, you forgot to say live.
Oh yeah, I forgot. But this we're actually being live and taped on this.
No,
too,
we're
right?
being taped, so this
We're
is
being
not
taped
live.
on live, so we're being taped so people record it. So
But I've been taping meetings since like 2006, and only recently have we been saying that it's live, and it's like, are you kidding me? They're reaching for straws. That's like ridiculous because I mean we've had people filing complaints and that, and we've been doing it for 10 years. We've set a precedent in the Attorney General's, and it's like this is bull.
it is.
And how come you got front page?
How come I got front page?
I got a picture with the chief.
I didn't know.
And I'm like, I'm in Snyder's column.
I don't get involved with the papers anymore. I really don't, Dave. They come. A lot of them, they don't even call me anymore. Only some call me. I called one the other day because they made some statements, and I didn't like the statements. And I called to correct it. We guys says we forgot to say it. Yeah, we do. We're human, but we're not the only board. This planning
human.
board,
I
zoning
make
board, Dave, you've
mistakes.
seen it. We all make mistakes, so we're all human.
Yep.
But like I says, the judge said we did everything right. The attorney general said we did everything right. We forgot that. Yeah, he slapped us on the wrist. Don't do it again. What happens? We're human, and we will. It just you can't. There's so much going on.
Just put up a sign saying.
The signs are up
recorded-
now. The
yeah.
signs are up now. But still, you still have to say it because this guy from
Reed.
Swansea or Seaconk is.
come
And I keep
on.
saying that if you watch my debate, I think he's friends somebody this side because, like I said,
Well-
we live in all these other towns. I really don't care what these other towns. I care about Stoughton.
Let's
make
make
Stoughton.
reason for all of this because I think that's very childish and
Well,
very
that's what they
petty.
can get us on. That's what it is. It's petty. It's petty, and it's foolish. It's a waste.
It-
it's a waste of the taxpayers'
It's a
money.
human mistake.
Yeah, it's a taxpayer's waste of money.
You know.
But it was being done on the other side of the school
But,
committee.
hey,
It's the same
to
thing.
me-
It was wrong.
All they're trying to do is set you up, and the same thing with this little piece of paper.
What is
here.
that, Dave?
I don't know. It says photo. It came from the town hall. It was willow
I must-
tree.
I know what that is. That's the.
And I like
famous
that
I know
because,
what that
I know what willow tree is. It's a pot pie in the freezer section.
Well, it's also a tree itself, but it is a pot pie.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
six-
I know
six-
about willows, yes.
So-
I mean, no, I was looking at this, and now, my take on this whole thing was if it was somebody who was trying to
Could you read what it says, though, please? So people, I don't think people actually know what it.
help you, they would have put their name on it.
I don't
have
worry
it
about the name.
going in
Well,
without a
but-
name on it is very suspicious. All right, she's famous now. It looks like, I don't know, faces. Yes, honey, you take down the boys' club. No more bully white old men who have done illegal stuff. She has more of a degree, qualifications than everyone she is recalling and has been on more committees. So, I see a frog.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Having,
They're called emojis, I think. That's what my daughter
Oh.
says. They're emojis.
I'm like you. I hate social media. I don't get.
Yeah, I don't
but,
Twitter. I don't
But
tweet.
I'm like
Instagram. I'm on Facebook with under my wife's account, as you know. It's under Maria and David.
But I mean,
so-
if somebody was, if if somebody from the no recall was to give this to you, their name would be on it. They'd knock on your door. They'd say, hey, Dave, I got something for you.
Oh, like I've said, this is not the first time it's happened. And it's not going to be the last time.
And then I was listening to the debate and all of this, and honestly, I think that this was a planned setup, because I've noticed that they're like attacking you left and right.
Well, that's
And it's hearsay, innuendos, and to me, it looks like they're in a panic and they're going to do anything and everything they can to try to discredit you.
well, I appreciate that you see that. I personally think it's a setup too.
I hate social media.
No, I know, but this, like I said, this was not to say that was illegal allegations of
Yeah,
chasing or stalking him.
Yep.
No, I don't do those things.
I know. Because I'm
That's
like
what
you.
hurt me the most. In illegal stuff, I've never done anything illegal, Dave. You know what I mean?
Illegal. I've watched it. I've seen everything. Nothing has been done
No.
illegally.
No, and that's what bothers me the most. My wife saw that. My daughter saw that. And like I've said, Tim Howe came up to stick up for his daughter. Kudos to him. I don't, that's what any parent would do. That's what any parent would do, and I'm not going to question him on that. But years ago when I had the diner, well, my parents had the diner.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably 8, 9 years old, 10 years old maybe. I was picking up dishes that day, and customers, the rules were if, it was cold or something, would heat up in the microwave. If you didn't like it, would make you a new one. Mm-hmm. Came back, heated up. I think I don't know if it was a piece of chicken or one of our daily specials, what it was. And they complained, and I said, you know what? We'll get you a new one, whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe I think it was chicken, because they wanted a breast, and there was no more breast. I think it was the dark meat, was the leg and all that. So they complained about that. I'm like, then get something else. What the hell you want me to do? I said, get something else. And I said, if you don't like it, leave. Go somewhere else. What do you want me to do? I'm like 19 years old. They're yelling at me. Well, your father owns the place. I understand, but how much more do you want us to do for you? What do you want us to do? We'll give you something else. Tell us what you want. Yeah. And they just kept yelling. I'm like, you know what? Just leave. Well, I was 10 years old. What did I know? Well, I got out back, because my father was right out back, and he heard the whole thing. The bucket of dishes that I was carrying never made it on top to go to the dishwasher. Because when he hit me, the bucket of me went to the ground. Mm-hmm. And I got a good whipping, because he says, they pay our life. We work for these people.
Customer is always right.
Yes, but you know what? That's not true. But in my opinion, because I've seen both sides now, the customer's always right. But at that age, I didn't know any better.
Right.
I probably still don't know any better. But
And your customers are like me and everybody else.
well, that's
the
what it is. So,
taxpayers.
and that's what it is. So, I got today, and it's not, and it's every parent. Mm-hmm. There is no discipline.
Right. I see that.
I am sorry that this happened. I'm more mad because it's illegal stuff we did. They call me fat, they call me this. I'm not really fat, Dave. I'm supposed to be 12'6". That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm just short for my weight. That's the problem.
It. Exactly.
This was not to despise the thing. This was to show the people enough is enough. This is getting vicious. This is no need to get this vicious.
No, it doesn't.
Do I respect him how coming up to protect the 17-year-old? I expect that to any parent, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But, and like I said at my debate, this is being taught at their house.
Right.
Bigotry, hatred, racism.
It's got to stop.
And like I said, my kids know 2 things. Don't be a follower, be a leader. They treat you bad, treat them bad back. If my kid did this,
I know.
My daughter, a couple of years ago, got to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 3.5 years ago, they get to that age, that teenage year age, I guess we were all there. Mm-hmm. My daughter was stubborn like her father. God love her. I love her, but she gets like her dad, and she can argue with her dad. And so I told her something about a phone I want it back, and she says, it's my phone. You ain't doing nothing. I says, me and your mother pay for this phone. This is our phone. And she's like, oh, you think so? I took the phone and I snapped it in half, an iPhone. Oh, it cost me.
Well, you want to keep talking, or you want to
No,
say?
we'll keep talking. Let's
right.
keep talking. Let's keep talking if you don't mind.
I
snapped that.
You snapped that phone, yeah.
I snapped that phone.